I just got my, what I thought was a lunch kit to keep soups warm, and this is a pretty decent size. I mean, this is a lot of soup. This is a family's worth of soup, I think. But here on the box, it actually says rice cooker. Well, if you know anything about me, you know I'm going to find out how true that is, because I love to experiment. Now, obviously, this is not electric, so we're going to rely on just hot water and the heat that it holds in here. So I guess this is also going to be a great test of how well it holds the heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the rice and water into here, and then, you know, just for good measure, let's add in some veggies. So let's check this out. Alright, I am ready for test number 3. I'm going to grab my rice. This time I've used 1.5 cups of water to my 3/4 cup rice, because I don't feel like the other way around was enough. I felt like the water just absorbed it. Setting the timer for 1 minute. I might go a little bit over this time though. I don't know that 1 minute was enough.
Excuse me? Wrong pantry, sorry.
I forgot to keep stirring it. Yeah, I know, my language. I forgot to keep stirring it.
Why are you so good at English?
That's alright. This is just an experiment at this point. I'm just discovering. I'm going to put some broccoli florets. They actually cooked perfectly at my last experiment, so frozen broccoli florets just to top off the meal and quickly put this on. And take the lunch and hope it'll fully, if the experiment works, this will be ready at lunchtime. Now, one thing I will say right off the bat is it's only been about 3 minutes since I turned off the camera, and I came over here and I felt it, and you know what? It is not hot at all on the outside. It might have it's about the temperature of holding someone's hand, if that. Just the slightest bit of warmth, but absolutely no hot. So, if I had just done this to pack my morning lunch, then I'd be off. Now, sadly, I forgot to get it. I was supposed to open this an hour and a half ago. That would have been as if I had just, let me show this, bring in this little lunch kit. I should have opened this at 12. I started it around 9. I should have opened it at 12 to see if my lunch was ready. So I've given it quite a bit of time. More time than I meant to, because it is now 1:30. Broccoli is perfect. A little bit of crunch, but thoroughly finished. Okay, rice. You can see it's got all the stickiness it needs. Most of the grains don't have it, but every once in a while I'll get one that has the slightest little bit of crunch. So I am thinking that maybe I would boil this, maybe just a little bit more water. So I used 1.5 cups for 3/4 of rice. I might use a little bit more and then boil it for 2 minutes instead of 1. Now the rice is no longer very warm, so I really should check this at 12 to see how long it keeps the heat. Okay, now I put some water in here just because we want to see if we were to have soup, and soup is of course never going to be this watery, but we're just using what we have. We want to see if we were to, say, take our soup to work and this should spill in your car, are you going to have a messed up car?
Apparently not.
Apparently not, no. Let me give it a little shake. Now we can't count, of course, what's already on the surface from us filling it up. We're just looking for active spilling.
There's active sloshing, but no.
Yeah, active sloshing, yes, and a little bit of what's on the case itself from filling it up is there, but nothing coming out of the actual seam So that is a really good test to the sealing of this to make sure that we are going to be safe as we have this in our car.